Hello students, good afternoon. Welcome to the chemistry class. In this class we will discuss about the class notes oblique the solution of exercise of the chapter the language of chemistry of class 9th. So we will discuss about the questions and their answers. Number 1 question is what is symbol and what information does it convey. So symbol represents a short form of an element. So any element which have the short form is known as the symbol and it convey following information. Number 1, it represents the specific nature of element. It represents one atom of an element. A symbol represents how many atoms are present in 1 gram of atom. Fourth one is it represents number of times of an atom is heavier than one atomic mass unit takes as a standard. Okay, so these are basic points which tells about the symbols. Second question is what is the symbol S for sulfur but sodium for Na is for sodium and Si for silicon. So in most of cases the first letter of name is element is taken as the symbol for that element and written in capital letter. In the case of sulfur we use symbol S, but in case of in case where the first letter is has been already adopted, then there will be use of symbol derivative from the Latin name, as in case of sodium we use symbol Na. Na come from natrium. So in some cases we will take the initial letter in capital together with the small letter from its name, and in case of silicon we use symbol Si. So in simple way you can see during writing a name of a symbol of a element, when the element is already adopted, then we will take the first letter with capital letter. With this first letter we will take the other letter of this name with a small letter. If the letter is already not used, then we will give the symbol for only one letter. Okay, now write the IPC name and name the elements represented by the following symbols: PB, AU, PB, SN, HG. So IPC name means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, full form of IPC. AU is the symbol for gold, PB is the symbol for lead, SN is the symbol for tin, and HG is the symbol for mercury. If the symbol of cobalt CO were written as C capital O, what would be the wrong with it? CO stand for the cobalt. If we write it C capital O, then it shows itself as a compound containing two non-metals, that is carbon and oxygen, and which form a gas that is known as the carbon monoxide. So CO is a cobalt, that is a symbol for the element, but C capital O is a compound that is known as the carbon monoxide. Okay, so it is not a symbol but it is a symbol. Okay, now come to the what do the following symbols and symbols stand for? Hydrogen, H2, 2H and H2. H stand for one atom of hydrogen, H2 stand for one molecule of hydrogen, and 2H stand for two atom of hydrogen, and 2H2 stand for the two atoms and one molecule of hydrogen gas. So these are the representation of the what do you understand by or meant by the atomicity, and name the diatomic elements. So the number of atoms in a molecules of an element is called atomicity, or you can say that number of atoms which are present in a molecules are called as the atomicity. For example, diatomic molecules which have two atoms in their molecules. For example, hydrogen, in H2 there are two hydrogen atoms, O2 there are two oxygen atoms, and in N2 there are two nitrogen atoms. So these are the compound which are diatomic molecules. Explain the term valency and variable valency. How are the elements with variable valency named, and explain with the example. So valency, so as we know that it is the combining capacity of an element, and it is the number of electrons that are shared, lost or gained during the course of a chemical reaction. So valency is the combining capacity, which is represented as the number of electrons that are shared, loosed, gained during a course of reaction. Valency for nitrogen sodium is +1 because it can lose 1 electron. Valency for oxygen is -2 because it can accept 2 electrons. Variable valency, it is the combining capacity of an element in which metal lose more electrons from a cell next to the valence cell in addition to electrons of valence cell. Means an element, when an element lose only single, double or triple, only one type of electrons, then it is known as the valency. When an element can lose more electrons in different cells, then you are called as a variable valency. Example: iron when added to hydrochloric acid form FeCl2, then it show valency of 2. Iron when heated with chlorine from then it forms FeCl3. Here iron show Fe, so 3 valency. So you can see that with respect to different compound, the metals can show variable valency. If an element exhibit two different positive valencies, then for the lower valency use prefix us at the end of the name of the metal. Okay, and for the higher valency use suffix ic at the end of the name of the metal. For example, element lower valency iron, ferrum iron, ferrous and ferric. Fair is same, but us and ic is different. Us is used for +2 valency and ic is used for +3 valency. So if iron is present in +2 form, then it is known as the ferrous, and it is present in Fe3 plus form, that is known as the ferric. Give the formula and valency of following compounds: aluminate, chromate, aluminium and cupric. So name aluminate, Al2O2, AlO2, valency is -2. Valency of aluminium is -2. Valency of oxygen is -2. Chromate, CrO4, valency of oxygen is -2. Aluminium is a metal, valency of +3. Cupric, copper is a metal and it shows valency of +2. Okay, what is a chemical formula and what is the significance of formula? Give an example to illustrate. So molecular formula, also known as the chemical formula, employs symbols to denote the molecules of an element or of a compound. So when we write the molecules elements with combined form, then it is known as the chemical formula or molecular formula. Significance of molecular formula: the molecular formula compound has quantitative significance. What are the significance? Number 1, both the molecules and the molecular mass of the compounds, the respective mass of different atoms present in one molecules of the compound, and third is the ratio of the respective mass of the element represented in the compound. For example, the formula CO2 means that the molecular formula of carbon is CO2. So each molecule contains one carbon atom joined by chemical bond with two oxygen atom, and the molecular mass of the carbon dioxide is 44. Give that the atomic mass of the carbon is 12 and oxygen is 16. Total it will be 44. Okay, what do you understand by the following? Acid radical and basic radicals. The electronegative or negatively charged radical is called acid radicals. For example, Cl- and O-2. And basic radicals, the electropositive or positively charged radicals are called basic radicals. Example, sodium and potassium. Select basic and acidic radicals in the following compounds. So MgSO4, Mg2 plus basic radical, SO4 2 is acidic radical, because these compounds will break into positive and negative ions. Then the ions which are positive are called basic radicals, and the ions which are negative are called acid radicals. So you can see here. Now write the chemical formula of sulfate of aluminium, ammonium and zinc. So aluminium sulfate, aluminium have valency 3 plus and sulfate has 2 minus. So we will interchange the chemical formula of aluminium sulfate is Al2SO3. We will interchange the valency. So sulfate valency is 2. So we will write aluminium as Al2 and aluminium valency is 3. So we will write SO4 ka whole thrice. Okay, it's like that. Ammonium sulfate, it has +1 2 So for sodium it will be whole twice, and for sulfate it will be only SO4. Then the formula will be NH4 का whole twice SO4. Zinc sulfate, zinc plus 2, sulfate minus 2. So it will be 2 2. तो Zn2SO4 का whole twice. Simply you can write it in simple ratio. ZnSO4 is the chemical formula. Now come to the valency of an element. A is 3 and that of element B is 2. Write the compound formed and the combination of A and B. So A3 plus B2 minus, then A2B3 is the molecular formula of this compound. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.